Hey everybody, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. We're gonna do our live stream flyover, the 171st flyover. I'll fix my headband so it looks like I have some eyebrows, which I normally don't. So how is everybody? Welcome back. I see JJ was first one there. Appreciate that, JJ. Let's see here. Got a couple people in the chat. If someone could give me a thumbs up and let me know that the audio is good. Octavio, hey, good to have you guys back. Bear and Jay. Octavio, I agree. Bear did a very good job. Yes, Baby Bear took the role quite well. Very proud of him. I got my Nikola Tesla shirt on when I was on vacation. Here, let me raise that a little bit. You guys can see that. When I was on my vacation, it was noticed several times when I wore it one day, which was pretty cool. I also picked up an Occupy Mars shirt, and nobody said anything about that. So, but yeah, I had a couple of people come up to me, hey, where'd you get that shirt? And I'm like, oh, I got it on Amazon. I got a link in the description for the shirt if you guys are interested in something like that. Let's see. Everyone's saying that the audio is good, which is great. It was a bit windy at the site today, and it was kind of limiting our flight. So the video we have today is kind of short, but we weren't here last week, so I'm sure we can find things to talk about. I know one of the things that we can talk about is we have an earnings call coming up in a couple of days. I believe that's on the 23rd or the 24th, and we're probably going to try and do a live stream with it. I got to make sure I can get the audio for it as it's coming through. And we'll probably do a live stream with that. And we can all sit around and talk and go, oh my God, that was great. Oh my God, that was not great. So that's the plan for the coming week. And then we're going to do a Lucid live stream on Wednesday. We've got fast charging with B&B tomorrow, which has been pre-recorded because Brian is not going to be available. But I will be available, so I'll be in the chat for the whole time. And then once we're done with our session, I'll hang out in the chat and I'll come on. And if anybody's got any questions about whatever we went over, I'll be there. Octavia wants to know, where did I go on vacation? I had a cruise that was booked nearly 2 years ago. Got delayed because of that C word and pushed back. One got canceled, and then the second one, we just pushed it far back, making sure everything was as settled down as possible. So I took a cruise from Port Canaveral in Florida, which was awesome because I got to stop at the Kennedy Space Center and did the tour there. Saw everything except for the space shuttle, which was disappointing, but I was on a limited time and I couldn't get into the building and through there with enough time. But I saw the Saturn V rocket, which was incredibly big, and it's just incredible to think of that is going to be a little bit smaller than the Starship. So I want to be able to see that Starship. That's going to be pretty exciting. JKM says too much Tesla in the background. Hey, you don't have to be a hater. Hey, they're all good, and they're all going to be good for each other to have competition. So on my cruise, we went to San Juan, Puerto Rico, which I thought was an amazing city. Also a place called Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, and the Grand Turks. So that was pretty good. But I mean, the cruise is great, and I love going on cruises with my friends, though it's been a really long time. But the Kennedy Space Center was quite the sight. I was a little upset. There was a SpaceX launch that was scheduled for the day after I left. I almost wanted to stay, but I'm glad I didn't because it got pushed off till this morning, which that went off quite nicely, as it always does. Let's see. So what do you think we're going to hear on Thursday? I think we're going to hear either no earnings or a very small amount of earnings. I don't know if the couple of trays that they delivered or something that they got paid for, or if they're still in testing and didn't get paid. So if there's earnings, it's going to be very small. If unless they sign some contracts and they got paid before delivery, which I don't see that as happening, and we're going to find a minimal amount of deliveries, but I'm more focused on the guidance going forward of what they may have already produced in this quarter and what they expect to produce in this quarter. And I'm hoping they don't say up to. I hope they say at least this, possibly up to that. I just want to hear an at least number. So let's see. JKM was cruising nice during the C word. It was a little annoying with the masks and the mask police coming after you. But at the same time, right when our cruise ended, we heard that the mask mandate is over on March 1st on the Carnival cruise line. So that answers your other question. Was it Carnival, Norwegian, or Royal? It was Carnival. It was the Mardi Gras ship, which was, it's quite a big ship. It's almost 1,200 feet long. So it's large. Been thinking about taking a cruise in April. Do it. JKM, not hating, just needs to balance to the force. Yeah. Now, I want to see both trucks out. I'll be happy with both of them. There's room for plenty of manufacturers. Let's see. Chris says, my guy Bear, hope you're having a great day, bro. Why is some of this stuff getting cut off here? I wonder what's up with my comments. Some of it's chopped. JJ hydrogen station announcement. That would be a nice thing to hear about. I'd like to hear about some progress. Let's see. I bought a shirt so they'll have earnings. All right, Kent. Jason Royce is hinting. I gotta move my chat because I'm getting words cut off. I'm gonna bring up another chat window that has it. Okay. Jason Royce is hinting of major announcements in his Twitter. Yes, he is. He's been a good spokesman for Nikola also. Octavia, glad you had a great vacation. I have Carnival stock, so thanks for your support. Hey, no problem. All right, let's get started with this video. Like I said, it's short, but we keep the chats active. We'll have plenty to talk about. So let's bring this on here. There we go. And there it is, March 14th. It's almost been a year since that picture was taken. So we're just going through the regular stuff. So while I was gone, wow, they made some progress on that Dyno building. They just raised those walls. What seemed like overnight. They got all those walls up, but we'll be seeing them in a couple minutes. And we'll see what else we have that's new. I think if you guys read the thumbnail, you probably got an idea of one of the things that was new out there. And I guess also the frame counts were changing, where they added like 5 and then they took a couple away. So that's good, because if they're taking them away, they're only putting them inside, which means that they're working on more trucks. And we did see a couple of trucks come out in the previous weeks. So we know that they're making progress on that. Moving slowly. Okay, so as we're coming up here, this is coming from the east side to the front of the building, which is the south. And we can see that Asphalt started. They've got a couple trucks out there right here. This is the equipment for laying the asphalt. Got some more over here. You can see they did the rows here, the 3 rows. They've got that done. They've got more dump trucks with the asphalt in. And so I would assume when we go back there Wednesday that a lot of this is going to be complete or nearly complete. Wednesday, though, heads up, we might get rain in the morning. So if it's raining, we're going to have a little bit of a problem. But we'll see what happens. Actually, just moving frames around. Yeah, I don't think that they are. It sounded a lot like Warren saying they're just moving dirt around in regards to Lucid. But no, I hope that that's not happening. I don't really think that they would do that for my benefit. But the frame count was below 30, and then it went up to like 34, 35. So the frames came from somewhere. But you can see they got the roller out. They're flattening it out. I don't know how many coats of asphalt they're putting down. At least one, but usually there's two or more. Let's see. Air Products planning a liquid hydrogen plant for Casa Grande. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to bring that up over here real quick. I know Air Products is pretty big in Arizona. Casa Grande, let's see. Hydrogen fuel supplier Air Products planning to build plant in Casa Grande. All right, well, so we're going to save that and then we'll look at that after the video. But thanks for the heads up there, Douglas. All right, you can see people going through that right by the security building. I got a truck just taking some pipes out of there. They haven't worked on that awning yet, except for what they first put in. But you can see the walls of that security building still getting taller. There's people working there today. You can see them there right by the arrow. Probably real small on you guys' screen. Ah, that was good. I really like the body armor. These are really good. There we go, zooming in on that. See the guys working up there. I'm not sure how tall they're going to go with that. But it looks like they still got more blocks stacked up there to go a little bit higher. So is the rebar. The rebar is a little bit higher also. So it looks like a pretty good bunker for a security building. I actually don't know if it's cheaper to build out of block or wood. But that's going to be a pretty strong building regardless. Let's see. I got to bring, again, my chat is getting cut off. I got to turn my head and look at the other one. I made some money in the past from Air Products starting up a new position since they hit 52-week lows. Oh, I'm going to bring that up too. Air Products stock. Oh, they are expensive, aren't they? $241 a share. And that is a low. That their 52-week low is $239. And they are just a few dollars off of that. They're down 10.5% today. All right. Well, there's our frames. We had the new frames over there that we just passed by. Then we've got all the others that are individually stacked, except for the 10, 11 that I think look a little different. The ones that look like the paint is faded. I still haven't touched those, so I really think that those might be different. Yeah, Nikola was on the cover of H2 magazine. Jason Royce tweeted that out. I hadn't had a chance to look at the article yet, but that's pretty awesome, getting some publicity there. That's actually not negative. Michael Mitchell, do you know when Nikola will continue its next phase of building, or are they slowing down to supply chain issues? If there's supply issues, it's going to be on construction material. But from my understanding, the next phase is set to start almost immediately after they finish this one. And Michael withdrew that comment. But so they're supposed to start the next phase very shortly. I was told that a lot of the materials that they need are on delay, but like, hey, look at that. I'm interrupting myself. We finally got a gate on the water campus. I was wondering when that was going to happen. I was told that all the materials, or some of the materials, take over a year to get in, but they were ordered very early, so that they should be in on time, hopefully. Let's see, JJ. All article vloggers can't help but mention Trevor Milton at the beginning of everything. Yeah, that is true. That is true. The only time I mention him is to talk about the fact that he's gone. He was fired. He was not. He did not resign. He was fired. That's what I heard from inside people. So check out the Dyno building. Look at the big walls on the Dyno building. So this side is where the hydrogen stack is supposedly going to be going. Let's go back to that real quick. I think we'll probably stop at it again. But right here, a hydrogen stack, fuel stack is going to be going, is what I've heard. I know there's a bathroom in the corner on the side. I'm not sure what else is going on these pads, but I'm sure we will find out in the future. We probably have more video of this, but I'm going to stop it real quick. See all the beams coming in here? There's rows of beams here, here, and here. And those are going to be going up shortly. I'm not sure if that's just the roof beams for the inside, or if that's going to be for the structures on the outside, because there's something's going to go on those pads. We just don't know yet. Let's see. Benedict says, Bear, I read this recently and nothing came up yet. Here we go. Here's a close-up. You can see that forklift. Not really a forklift, but he's moving all that steel. That steel is so big that it looks like it's bending as he's moving it around. Hope they don't fall off. I remember watching one of the videos from Tesla Gigafactory. This is over a year ago. There was a guy driving one of those, and he had a big stack of metal, and he lost it, and they all went crashing to the ground. That's not a good day when that happens to you. Let's see. Okay, so we still have the materials in the bottom right here. They haven't been put anywhere. Here, let's go back and take a look. All this stuff is still here. We still don't know if it's going in the Dyno building or if it's going to go in the phase 1 section. So right now I'm guessing that it's the Dyno building. Just because at this point I think some of that stuff would have been moved into the other building if it was going inside there. Something would be. We've got more roofing material right here, but there's no roof that needs it. So that might just be future stock. This is material that was taking over a year for it to come in. Obviously that's not enough for the next phase, but maybe they just over ordered intentionally, knowing that they're going to need it and there might be a delay. So up here we go back to where the asphalt is being laid. I would expect by the end of the week that the entire parking lot will be done. This section right here will be done all the way around. Where these trucks are right now, that will all be asphalted over.